Hi, I'm Bob Batcher, the Executive Director for Prime Plus Senior Centers, and this is Prime Time with Bob, and I'm with an awesome person who knows the world virtually from her home and from every place she can go to. Right, Lucy Fyfe, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, Bob. How are you?
You've been doing this for quite a while, long before COVID, right? Of kind of teaching people that technology is not bad.
Correct.
So are you ready to teach the ultimate student though?
I'm ready. Bring it.
Okay, I don't understand how this happens. Okay, so many times I've been in a Zoom meeting and I see, oh, I do need a haircut. I see people that need haircuts. How do you fix this?
So I usually ask them what kind of device they're on. Most devices, if you go to the middle of their screen and you look straight up, that's where their camera is. So I try and tell people your camera's straight up there.
Okay.
So I would either tell you to sit up straight.
Oh, you're spoken like a true wife.
Or if you were already sitting up straight, I'd tell you to move your device. Because if your device was like this, I'd tell you to move it.
Okay.
So
it does move. Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now what about the stuff behind me?
So the most important thing, well, it does. You want to make sure that what you have behind you is appropriate.
Prime Plus.
Yeah.
And I wish I was at the beach.
There you go.
And my head covers up the cord that goes up the wall.
Right.
Okay.
And then you also want to make sure that you don't have like a mirror behind you, or you don't want the lighting behind you. So I'm facing my window, but if I have my window behind me, it would make my face really dark.
Right.
And then you also want to make sure that your background, that you're not facing the kitchen or the restroom or something like that. And if that's the only choice you have, then you might want to put something behind you, like on a stool or something, so that it does hide that stuff behind you.
Now, oh, wait a minute. Okay, move your head to the left a little bit. Yeah. How about that glare?
So I've got a glare right here.
Yeah, that's why your head's over there.
Right, and it's coming from my window, so if it got cloudy, you wouldn't see that because I've got natural light coming in. So I just scooch over.
There you go. Okay, now, my Prime Plus, which is, I'm the Executive Director of Prime Plus Senior Centers. Have I already said that? And we try to we're all about new beginnings. So this whole virtual thing is a new beginning for us. But I'm kind of preoccupied because my Prime Plus is backwards.
Oh, it's forward for me.
Really? How do I know that? Because you told me.
Well, it's backwards for you because it's like you're looking in a mirror.
Okay.
But I'm seeing that I'm on the other side of the mirror.
Whoa, like Alice. Okay, cool. Now, I'm stuck with the lighting in here because I got the overhead lights. If I turn them off, I'm too dark. So I think I look pretty good. What do you think?
Well, you've got a little bit of shading on your face, but it's not bad.
Okay.
But I tell people you have to act like you're a movie star. So you need to get a lamp that you would place like behind your device and it would shine on you. So I open up my blinds so that I could get natural light, but if it was nighttime, I would take a light and shine it on me so you could see me better.
Yeah, I've got one of those ring lights.
Yeah.
At home, because my daughter's a model and she told me to get one.
Yeah.
So hold on, don't go anywhere, okay? Let's
keep
talking. So let's see if this helps. But this is the kind of stuff you're supposed to do before you start your Zoom.
Right. Or when you first start your Zoom, you have a chance to turn on video.
Better?
That's a little bit better, yeah.
Yeah, now I can see the fig tree out there too.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so what about distractions while you're on? Should I be looking at the fig tree or should I be totally focused on you like I would be if we were in a meeting together?
Right. So if you see, I'm looking at you, I'm looking to the side, I'm looking like this. And if I started messing around on my computer, I would be like this on my computer. So you can kind of tell when people are messing around. Again,
let me check my email over here.
Yeah. So if I have to check my phone, I would put it out of the camera view and I'd hold it up eyesight level if I needed to check it.
Okay. Now, Lucy, we're actually, and I'm kind of playing. I know a little more than what I'm letting on,
Right.
because it's part of my job and it's part of your job. We've learned to kind of adapt and communicate. Who we're talking to, though, are people who might have. This is an opportunity for them to go from seeing pictures on their phone of their pictures on their phone of their grandkids to actually being able to interact with their grandkids, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
are there some secrets about grandkids and using Zoom or FaceTime or all those other products that are out there?
So my best suggestion is Zoom is free and it's easy for everybody to use, because you can send an email to somebody and all they have to do is click the link. So you can be on the phone with them telling them what to do on how to click the link, and then they can get on the device that way.
Yeah.
And it's better for you to invite people into it until they're comfortable doing their own. But for now, just invite people in, and same with FaceTime. FaceTime is an Apple-specific product, but if you use FaceTime, you just hit the button to answer it. And there's other ones that are similar, like Zoom, or we got Zoom, Skype, FaceTime, WhatsApp, Duo. All these things are video conferencing things that you can do with other people. It's just a matter of if you have the product or not, or how you want to connect.
Now, are all these things brand new products, or have they been around and I just didn't use them?
They've been around. For example, WhatsApp. It's an app called WhatsApp, and you can use it internationally. So it's a way to communicate with family or friends who are out of the country. And like I said, you can text and call and video with them through that app.
So, I mean, so what I'm getting at is it's really kind of becoming open to being exposed to new things.
Yes, absolutely.
That was a very significant comment I made, right? Because that laptop that my grandson gave me 2 years ago is now supporting the magazines on top of it.
Right.
So now is the time to, now if you're watching this, and I guess if you're watching this, and clearly you've made that move. So what about the senior who has discovered it? What kind of hints can they tell their friends? And really, can they be supportive and expand in telling the message about using technology?
Well, the important thing is you don't really need to go out and buy new devices. The laptop that your grandson had that's supporting magazines now, you can actually use that to do Zoom or anything. You just might have to buy something like a webcam.
Because it has to have this thing on top.
It doesn't have to have it on the device. You can actually buy a separate webcam that you plug in through USB.
They're pretty cheap.
Yeah, they really are. They're really inexpensive.
Okay.
And you can turn almost any device into, you can attach a webcam almost to any device, and then you can use that to have your Zoom calls or what have you.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little confession. We were supposed to tape this on Tuesday, and we were kind of going through a storm. And just before I signed on to do this, I noticed that I didn't have internet. So could we have done it without internet?
No. You have to have, well, okay, let me clarify that. You have to have internet for most of your tablets and your laptops and your desktops, but your phones, you don't have to have internet. You could use the phone service to do it.
Okay. You didn't tell me that on Tuesday. But I would have been smaller and goofier, and it just wouldn't have worked.
It would have been harder to record it.
Here, what's the difference in a modem and a router? Is there a difference?
There is. So now they're coming out with devices.
I told you this would be a very elementary conversation. Because in order to get Wi-Fi, in order to move my stuff away from the computer, I need a
router. Yeah. So some people have two devices. One's a modem, one's a router. The modem is what connects you to the internet directly. That's
that cable coming into my house.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. And then the router, if you have two devices, your router is connected to your modem, and it has little antennas on it.
Uh-huh.
So if you have two devices, your router should be up as high as you can put it, so it gives a signal throughout your house or wherever you're at.
Okay.
Nowadays, they're trying to combine them with modem router all in one. And same thing, because it's a router, you want to have it up as high as you can so the signal gets good. And they're just not pretty devices, so you can decorate it as you see fit.
So if I have one of those, and we go back to the laptop that's underneath the magazines, there's no cable coming out of it. So that's when they say you have to have Wi-Fi, that's so you can be in front of the TV with your laptop.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Lucy, how do you keep all this stuff straight?
I guess I just learned it, and once you get it, you know it, and it's kind of like riding a bike. Once you know it, you kind of can go back to it. And I have plenty of clients that I go to that have archaic modems and computers and stuff, but if all they want to do is go on the internet and check their email and do Zoom, they don't need anything fancy. They don't need to buy anything else. They don't need the latest and greatest toy out there.
Yeah, because they're going to push that on you, right?
Always.
Now,
But
if so I'm excited about my new world and my new virtual world. What would you suggest should be the first conversation I have with my stepmother and moving her away from, I can't do that, I'm intimidated?
I would start with...
Because I have to do it over the phone. I can't go see her.
Right. So we need to get some way of finding out what she has. So if you know she has a laptop with a camera on it, then you could start a Zoom meeting with her and you could walk her through how to do it. If she doesn't have a camera, then you need to get a webcam for her and then explain how to plug that into the USB and do that whole process.
It's all really easy. Okay, or you have Lucy come and talk to you.
Or I'd be happy to help, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And that's one of the things that we're learning is we can talk about virtual, and with Prime Plus, we're asking some volunteers to come in and make phone conversation on the landline, and really take someone from where are you now with technology and how, what would you like to do with it? But someone like you can really go one-on-one with somebody too.
Absolutely.
That's what you do professionally.
Absolutely, yes. So I do that. I teach technology to 62 and older.
Oh, boy.
And I teach them whatever they need to know. They just show me what your problem is and we'll work with it that way. I've had several people call me to ask me how to fix something, and I'm happy to help you. If we can work through the phone, we do. And then if not, then I come in.
From the front yard, you can yell through the window. Well, see,
Right.
you've been helpful with me. Now, if I kind of stand like this, is this better? No.
Now you're covering your...
I'm covering my Prime Plus sign.
Yeah.
Lucy, thank you for being a good sport. Part of me should tell the audience that I know a lot more than I let on I did, but that might be lying. And I got to be transparent and honest with our audience. I'm learning this as I go. And
I think we all are, though.
Yeah.
I think everybody, I even learn stuff as I go. So everyone's going to learn different things as we go. Things change, and they're going to keep changing. So it's a process.
yeah, there have been times where I've been weary, and I shared on one of my talks that's my timer telling me we're almost done. See, technology. And I signed on to one of the Zoom meetings that we have periodic, every Tuesday, I think it is. And that's where I saw your enthusiasm for doing it right. And I want to thank you for that, because it got me out of a slump.
Yeah, don't be afraid of it.
Yeah.
The worst case, if something's happening you're uncomfortable with, power off.
Can't break it.
Power your device off. It can't hurt anything. You'll be okay.
Well, watch this show all the way through before you power off. So thank you for being such a good sport, and thank you for being out there to help venture into our whole new world. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Lucy. Okay,
Yes.
keep in mind, stay safe and stay connected. Thanks a lot.